Alright guys, and welcome to another episode. Today 18th of July 2026. Yeah, this was a trade I took yesterday, but I intentionally because I want to explain in full details how I caught this trade, because it's very important that anybody that is watching this video must watch out for this. There's something we need to understand about forex trading, and first of all, we had price respected our premium zone, our premium POI, which was our point of interest, where we had a rejection on the 4 hours time frame. So the very first rejection came in. So there was a smart rally to the top, very massive one. So in fact, if you go to 4 hours candle, you notice that the candle is so enormous, very big candle. So normally, for those that don't understand trading, and for those that don't understand how technical analysis work, they will feel that the market was meant to be buying. Little did they know that there's a particular zone. Market usually respects zone. You'll notice that when the market respected the POI, it came down. And there's something I want you to understand, that market usually looks for a particular trend, looks for triangles, looks for double bottom, double tops, looks for we call it structure pattern before market will start pouring down, because it was a sell market. So we're expecting that some people would be expecting that the market will just react there and start moving down. No, it's going to create structure, create either ascending triangle, create either a double top, create either whatever. It can create anything before it start moving smartly to your intended direction. You understand? That was exactly what happened. And to better foster this analysis, you notice that on my 1 minute time frame, it was giving me like an M pattern. On my 5 minutes time frame, I was seeing something like a bearish engulfing. You understand? And on my 15 minutes time frame, I'm seeing something like evening star. Those are entry criteria as far as technical analysis is concerned. For those of you that understand technical analysis very well, you notice that there are entry criteria that you need to understand. We usually call it confluence. You need to have like 3 to 5 confluences before you embark on a trade. Being a price action trader, normally I'm supposed to wait, allow that market to drop below the trend line before I enter the trade. But because I noticed that point of interest is a major point of interest from the higher time frame, which there's a gap coupled with another block, a supply zone at the 4 hours time frame, which no matter what, and we know that generally the market is a downtrend market. Generally, if you look at it from the weekly time frame, the market has been selling from beginning of the week. So the buyers are not that much in the market to control the market, and we have so much sellers, so much supply in the market, and I'm so sure that it's going to overpower it. And if you go to the 4 hours, you notice that there's a trend line that is, the market has been respecting this trend line for like weeks now. In fact, if you go to your 4 hours time frame, you will see what I'm talking about, especially if you use a laptop to see the overall view of the such market. You understand what I'm talking about. But for those that don't have a laptop, at least you can, it's important that you have a laptop to do your analysis. So, and I entered the trade, and it gave me a drawdown of $1,000 on this account. But because I understand and I know that this market, no matter what, is going to sell, because it can't pass through the supply zone, and also there's a supply zone coupled with a fair value gap on that 4 hours time frame, and coupled with the fact that they say the trend is your friend. The market is going on a downtrend from the beginning of the week. So of course that, and the market has been expecting that zone for more than 5 weeks. If you look and check the chart, you notice that the market has been respecting that zone for quite a number of weeks. And I entered 2 trades. The very first one was at the top when it created a double top in form of an M pattern on 1 minute time frame. And as soon as it breaks that trend line, what did I do? I use what we call a sell stop, and the market picked my trade and went back to create a structure. And before market will keep going, you notice from this my chart, you notice that it's creating a triangular formation, which is just like we call it sometimes some will call it ascending triangle, some pennant, some descending triangle, depending on the trend of the market. But in this case, it's the pennant that it's created. And of course, what's the original direction of the market? the original direction of the market is downtrend, which is sell. So we should expect a breakout towards the downside. So that was exactly what happened that made me enter this trade. So it's important that you understand all these things. You notice that the market went back, as soon as it picked my trade, the sell stop went back to create a structure above my entry point, my very first entry point, and from there the market begins to sell down. You understand? So it's very important that, and there's something I need to tell people, is that if you want to learn how to trade, it's important that you always identify zones and area of rejections, either from the demand zone or from the supply zone. But in this case, it's a supply zone. Always look for an area of rejections. You understand? You can enter your trade from, in fact, my invalidation is going to be above my blue bar. If you look at that blue bar, that means that the trade is no longer valid. You understand? If it crosses that blue bar, then that means the trade is no longer valid. But in between the blue bar, the yellow bar rather, below the yellow bar, then the trade is still valid. It's going to create those structure, either M pattern. In fact, we call it reversal pattern. But if you see a continuation pattern, that means that the initial rally that the market is doing in the first place is going to break to the upside. If you see a continuation pattern, there are so many patterns all over the place. You can Google, check for patterns. But at this point in time, this is a reversal pattern. You understand? It created an M pattern and gave me a candlestick for just what we call confluence, in forex trading and technical analysis as a whole. It's important that you understand technical analysis. You understand? And what do I mean by confluence? Now, as a trader, you don't, enter a trade based off of one decision. There has to be several decisions. You understand? It could be a demand zone. If you have figured out the demand zone, probably if you are using Fibonacci retracement tool, probably it might be a rejection point of your 50% Fibonacci tool. That's number 2. Number 3 could be candlestick. Probably, in fact, on all time frames, starting from the 1 minute, I got a M pattern. I went to 5 minutes. I got a bearish engulfing. I went to 15 minutes. I saw an evening star, and on my 30 minutes, I saw evening star too. So giving me a pure direction that this market wants to reverse. So as soon as it reverse from that point, there's a particular the market gave us a very great impulsive move for that rally. Of course, you know that when there's an impulsive move and a bigger leg, expect that there's going to be another fair value gap below, because that was an aggressive move to the upside. So if you look at my yellow bar, you'll notice that is my point of exit. It's important that you must have a point of entry and also a point of exit. If you don't have exit, then let's take an analogy. If you're going to a particular direction or you're going to a particular place, you should have there's a Packer Park also, which we call a bus stop, where buses get to and pick passengers. So the same place is in forex trading. That point where there's my demand zone is my bus stop, where orders are being picked. As soon as the order is being picked from the supply zone, which is the same thing as my order block to the downside, then I look for probably entry criteria, probably reversal chart patterns, look for candlestick chart patterns, or probably Fibonacci retracement tool. I put all these confluences together. At least confluence means that you need 4 to 5 things that align together at the same time for you to make a decision as far as you want to trade the market. So that was exactly what I did. So as soon as I noticed that the market is now, has reacted, created a pennant, then there was a breakout from that pennant. It will never enter. In fact, my entry point for that point in time, at that point in time, don't expect the market to get to that point again, because it has broken out from that pennant, and the only thing it needs to do is to start trending downwards. You understand? The only thing that will now happen is to get to your bus stop or to your exit point before the market starts reversing. So as soon as that happens, it broke out from that place, and I added another position to make it 3 positions. So the transaction was the deposit was $3,062. Then I just did 1 to 2 risk reward, so just doubled it to like 6,400 plus. and that was what I did. So those are the things I saw in the market that made that decision, to trade this market. So, and you look at it very critically. This is that as soon as the market keep coming down, I left the market on time, because sometimes because of the aggressive impulsive move that happened previously that made that market to move to that point that I traded the sell market. Though on the long run, the market reacted from that place and started buying up higher. Understanding the market is very important. The dynamics of the market, the direction. You must have an entry, you must have confluences, you must also have an exit. I'll repeat myself. If you want to learn how to trade, it's important that you must have a very good entry. You understand? You must have a stop loss above your entry. You understand? That means that if there's an invalidation, it means that the market is going to invalidate, and probably that trade is not going to go your way. But if the market is valid, then that means it's going to react on that your entry and form this pattern that I just mentioned. Either it forms in form of a pennant or probably reversal patterns. You understand? As soon as you see those reversal patterns, just be rest assured that the market is going to go in your direction. You understand? Unless there's a fundamental news that can disrupt everything that you have, your analysis. You understand? So that was exactly what I saw in the market that made me enter this trade. So the first thing I made mention is that you must have an entry, very much important. Have your exit points. That's number 2. Also, you must have an entry criteria, a confluence, which might be like 2 to 3 confluences, probably reversal pattern, probably candlestick pattern, Fibonacci retracement zone. And I use my Fibonacci retracement zone. I drew it from the from the higher low to the higher high, where the market on my 15 minutes time frame, where the market was trying to reverse from it, was exactly 50.0% retracement zone, and that tells me that it's a demand zone. You understand? The market, I had like 5 confluences that made me enter this trade. So it's important that you have your entry criteria, have your stop loss in place, have your your confluence, and also there has to be an exit. You understand? There's no one that is going to a particular place that does not have going to a particular place that does not have an exit point. So because at that exit point, the market can start retracing or reversing back, probably take all away your gains and your capital. So it's important that you understand all these things. It's very much important. So that is what I saw in this market before I traded this market. And I'm going to be seeing you guys in another episode. If you want to learn how to trade, send me a DM on WhatsApp. Send me a message on +234 80 2924. And if you have any question, send a message to me on WhatsApp. Or probably just comment under the chat box, and I'm going to be answering your question. So I'm going to see you guys in another episode. See you guys later. Bye.